Kyle has college, so he's doing online classes. Figured I'd give him some space. This place is so sick. Beautiful Sacramento. So I've been on the fence of thinking about buying a brand new camera with 4K, but I stopped myself. So right now I use the Sony a7 II, and the max this camera gets is 1080p. And the reason why I don't use 4K is because I do it on purpose. So you may ask yourself, like, dude, why wouldn't you buy a brand new camera with 4K? Your shots would be so amazing and so cinematic. And my answer to that is style. As a creative, as an artist, I guess you'd say, someone who expresses themselves through a camera, I want to make these videos feel like homemade, something that you can create as well. You see, I don't hate on higher quality cameras. I love the way they look, cinematic, dynamic, and very crystal clear. I absolutely have no hate against them. But for myself, I love that rawness, that grit, the imperfection. When I look back on older footage from older cameras, it gives me like this feeling of nostalgia, and that's what I absolutely love. It's almost like they're timeless. So that's why I try to incorporate that into these vlogs. Some of you guys have been asking me about this camera too. This camera is called the Sony DCR DVD 650. If you guys want me to, I can make a full video dedicated to this particular camera. Had it for like my whole childhood, so it'd be a fun video to make. We got P in the house.
Got some goods.
You guys met him before in the New York vlog. We'll be talking about his camera that he uses.
That's a fisheye? You can see me right now?
Yeah. It's a 10 to 18. All right, so Pedro, I talked about the VX1000 before, and he uses one.
Come on.
Thing's a monster.
We might as well keep her
out
right there.
Yep.
Hey, you know?
This is the one that we used to skate with?
This one is actually a hybrid of like 4 different cameras. Kind of mix and match pieces of a VX. Get a little Frankenstein. That's kind of what this is.
Hell yeah.
It's got some Japanese parts, you know. It's been through hell and back. But
that's awesome, dude. It's like...
I've known this guy before I even had one of these cameras.
Yep, he used to film me all the time. I'll actually pull up a clip right now from some clips he filmed me in the past.
Before I think I even ever had this camera, I've got some clips of you. The camera that I used to import that footage,
yeah,
I had like little death lens, little baby fish
yep.
eye, and that's like where I was first learning. I remember getting a bunch of clips. Like,
it's light. I never actually held one.
Yeah, I don't know if it's got a battery in it, but the battery's like half the weight in there.
Oh, this is so nostalgic, dude. It's so sick.
As dirty as she is, huh? Missing panels, you know.
But
she
it
got
adds
a little
character,
crust under her, but it's all good.
It adds some character, dude. Pedro's got a fisheye, so he's gonna do a little unboxing for us.
This is the old one. Let's just take a little. We can do a little, almost, you know, comparison. I'm kind of curious myself.
Let's get into it.
Yeah, you want to unbox it?
No, that's you, dude.
The Holy Grail.
Ooh, nice little pouch too. They give you.
Come in a little case. All right, okay. Paid $1,600 for this, but they're never gonna make another one. And money comes and goes.
Exactly.
The back piece is all different too. Sun, tap it.
Boom. Let me get some B-roll of that.
25th.
Yeah, that's the old one right here, and this is the new one. Yeah, you can definitely tell. Yeah, it's like all chunked up right here. That was a brand new one.
Took some rubbing compound and buffed her out myself.
Pedro does have his own little like clothing line. It's called PEDRO. Obviously he's a filmer. If you guys like skateboarding.
Specifically VX1.
Some nostalgic, vintage looking clips. Dude's a really good filmer.
Good dude right here.
Such a rad camera, man. It's like I feel like it's like a staple. Like it never gets old.
Yeah, that's why I just dropped $1,600 on a lens, because I know in 10 years, 15 years, like I still am gonna want the aesthetic that this camera's bringing.
Yep. Yeah.
I just love to use it.
All right, man. Let's wrap it up. Good stuff.
Problems I solve them. I run through the money, the pressure be calling. Left on my blessings, I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back. Tell me I'm garbage, I'm going through something. That's why I ain't calling. Phone and progression is all that I wanted. The bow and affection, I summon and dub it. Cause check out.
Welcome to Boston.
So for me, if I were to use 4K, that aesthetic would be gone. It'd feel too cut and too clean. Now, I don't work for clients. I don't do professional work. So I'm just a dude who loves to make YouTube videos for people to watch. I remember that feeling of coming home from high school back in 2014 and just cracking open a Mountain Dew. It has to be the blue one because the blue one is the best. And I remember watching all of my favorite YouTubers where 1080p was at its peak. That era of YouTube was the best, and that's the feeling I'm trying to give. And the more and more I keep thinking about it, one thing leads to another. If it was never for skateboarding, and if it was never for Pedro filming me with his VX1000, I would have never developed this style. I would have never got into filmmaking. It's so weird how life just forms for you, and it's pretty cool to look back on. I guess you could say that's the reason why I try to make these videos feel nostalgic. I'm using my past and putting it into the future. So cool. And I guess that's how you develop your style on YouTube, is just using the things that you know. So now you know why I use 1080p, and if I ever switch cameras, I'll let it be known on this YouTube channel. Next week, I'll be recapping my whole California experience. I know I didn't really give you guys context of what I was doing there, who I was with. So that's gonna be next week. And then if you guys want to click right here on how I got into making YouTube videos, this is one of my favorite pieces of videos I've done. And yeah, this is Ricky, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.
Hold on, let me hit it. Peace. Peace.